We're seeing the rotation of the 4-minute rune, by the way. Looks like Shadow Shaman and Warlock are the ones coming in for this.
Death Prophet's going to put a lot of damage onto the Razor here, and with TK on the Tiny, the Avalanche comes through, the toss as well. Do they have the burst? Kept alive here for the moment thanks to the Shadow, where he's going to try and just TP out. They actually cancel it as Jin Q comes in, hits the boulder onto TK. He's got to try and get the deny off. I don't think he can walk this one out. Yeah, last field comes through, and there it is, your first blood going the way of the Razor.
I'm actually playing pretty far up on both these heroes here. Red Panda could potentially be in trouble. He's got to be very careful with his positioning, but not as much as in top lane. They end up losing Ame there because of the rotation of the Death Prophet. Yeah,
this is a really good one. They needed to do something with this first EXO. Like, they made some rotations mid. They're trying to keep this Catapult alive. Bristleback with the Vanguard just tanking up this tower as much as possible. And it's going to pay off. They end up doing it. Exorcism doesn't really have as much throw down to the tower as before, but with some extra time, they might be able to get it. Some TP's coming through, though. Nothing to say has a haste rune, and he's just going to tunnel down the Bristleback, trying to keep his back toward him, but there's no chance he's going to be able to survive this. Eye of the Storm making quick work of him.
Onto either the mid tower or the bottom one with the first catapult coming out on PSG LGD. That's something you normally want to do with the Nature's Prophet. So it slows their game down a little bit, I feel.
Top lane, Avalanche, there's the toss. Can the Bristleback finish him off? He can. But here comes a rotation in from Faith Beyond, and with Ame here on the TA, this Bristleback's not nearly tanky enough.
Yeah, he is. You underestimate his power. This guy is so big, a single Vanguard. All right, never mind. He blocked himself off in the trees.
We got to do something here.
Yeah.
But question is, will LGD decide to defend this?
They're gonna start chipping away. Yeah, this does not do what it used to do, unfortunately. And they even get vision because of the static field. I think you can.
Yeah, but Avalanche, can they bring down Nothing to Say? The toss not gonna do anything. It just has an illusion rune, and they're gonna be able to root up that Shadow Shaman as well. So 3 heroes go down, pretty much.
Oh, maybe a little bit of pressure.
I mean, does she? She might just want to kill people. Roll in from Jin Q. They're gonna go ahead and drop the Exorcism Silence out onto the Earth Spirit. The Avalanche will catch TA off onto the side. If they get Jin Q, it's a pretty great way to start the fight. He does go down. They commit the K-Doc offering as well. So, spells committed from the side of PSG LGD, and maybe gonna try and turn this around as Ulu. He turns himself into the Razor, so he's got that static. Oh, it doesn't matter. They just destroy the Bristleback. He's supposed to be your guy. He's supposed to be your guy, and it just didn't matter.
It was supposed to be the guy. Yeah, Exorcism isn't going to be able to do much either. I mean, this is only a level 10 Death Prophet. 8 Exorcism goes, it's not that scary to fight into, so they feel confident there on LGD. They push in the mid-wave and try to get a little bit of damage on this tier 1, but even Nothing to Say is going to deal with that while his team finishes up Roche. They feel super confident. Nothing to Say working on his Refresher Orb. I mean, he still only got his PKB bottom. Ulu's just going to TP out.
Yeah, that's easy kill onto Ulu.
Yeah, the golem dropped to interrupt that.
I mean, I feel like he can just run away from these two, but maybe not.
On Morphling?
Yeah.
With what movement speed? This guy is incredibly slow here.
I thought maybe with waveform, but yeah, I guess not.
I think it's pretty easy for them to chase you down, especially like a Blink Dagger on the Templar Assassin. Make quick work of that bottom tier 2 tower.
But Panda found the Earth Spirit, going for the Shackle. Nothing to Say comes in with the ult, and not gonna be able to find anything. Jin Q, tanky on the Earth Spirit, gets the D ward, the kill, plus all the wards. More gold going the way of PSG LG as they push their lead now up to 6,000.
It feels so much worse than that, honestly.
It does.
It feels a lot more than a 16 net worth lead. What Trank Boots and Dragon Skill on this Earth Spirit, so he's gonna heal back up in no time at all. Honestly, it's like they never even jumped on him, and you committed your mass separate wards for that one. Thankfully, Death Prophet does have her BKB, and you've got Exorcism available for like a big ultimate, and I think it's the only thing deterring PSG LGD from just like taking all of your outer towers with this first Aegis. The game feels very rough at the moment, though. Heaven's Halbert's now complete on Bristleback, though. That's a big item that I was talking about that was done a little while ago. So it will slow down the Templar Assassin in these fights, but again, it's not going to deal with the BKB. So Ame, once that one's completed, he's only 1,400 gold away from it. BKB, Blink Dagger, and eliminate the Shadow Shaman while like, your team chases down the other heroes. I think the game is decided at that point.
Ooh, TK, Avalanche is actually off the mark. Nothing to say, just dodges it, pops the BKB. The roll will connect from Jin Q. They're going to take down the Tiny. Just a good way to start the fight. They get the D ward at least on the backside. Nice Hex coming in onto the Air Spirit. And you're going to pop the Exo, maybe try and take this fight, but they just back away. LG are like, yeah, we got a big cooldown. Screw it. We're out. Faith Beyond with a TP.
This is disastrous for Aster Aries. In another 70 seconds, as soon as BKB is back up on the Razor, they're going to be making a play. They don't need to wait for the next Roshan. The big thing they were waiting for is this Exorcism cooldown, and it was used. Sure, Death Prophet has their BKB, but without the Exorcism, they don't have damage to take a fight in PSG LGD. Especially not the Aghanim shards included on this Warlock. They can just sustain through the damage that Aster Aries are doing. This game just gets harder and harder. Looking at a solution for them, and like it's kind of there. Like you're always going to have damage if you get Exorcism off, but when you waste it and they manage to get back out of these team fights on LGD, you have very little to work with. This BKB Morphling build is not enough. Like maybe you can kill Warlock on the back line. Maybe you're very lucky you'll catch out Faith Beyond by himself, but outside of that, you don't have enough damage to finish off these other heroes.
Oh, they found Red Panda.
Yeah.
Well, that roll did not look like it was supposed to connect, but he gets it anyway.
Illegal roll.
It's one of those things like going from down a ledge, right? Where like it's the same thing with Hook. Like sometimes Hook like teleports down a few pixels when it goes over a ledge.
Very cool. They heal up the treants as they go in the tower to make killing them even harder. This is so ridiculous to deal with, man. Honestly, the fortify means like the attacks are going to shatter off on everything. How much damage does do? 10-second duration on this. So it is as if these great treants have another 450 health, and you just like drop the shadow word onto them. That much harder to clear out. That is so miserable.
Almost as if Warlock is a good hero.
Absolutely not. I hear my conscience speaking to me, but I'm shutting it down as I always do. All right. What's Sid Q working on? He's working on BKB to be able to initiate super far in as well. Again, the Shadow Shaman, these tiny heroes are issues for them to just be able to like run at them. That's the only reason these tier 2s are still standing. They're solving these problems pretty quickly here, though. I am surprised though. They did not end up punishing them super hard for the lack of exorcism. I thought they'd be playing a lot quicker than that, but maybe they feel like they aren't rushed given like the Bristleback's build. Maybe they feel like Morphling isn't that strong in the late game.
Ooh. They get the BKB and they just tosses out his Bristleback. He's like, get out. I take it all back. Mid lane though, they managed to find the Death Prophet. They do have the BKB though. I don't know if Jin Q he gets the rolling boulder off just in time. So
yeah.
I was gonna say they have some big items coming out on the side of PSG LGD. They're about 50 gold away from a pressure on Razor. They have the pack that was just finished up on the Nature's Prophet. And
they're all sick.
Yeah, that is. They're about to hit some huge timings.
Yeah. Seeing Q do be rolling though. All right, 1 minute till Roshan. This one is big, so I imagine at this point they start setting up around the pit. They deny the mid tower before the Roche fight. That is weird. There's no way that was a team call. Q definitely made that call by himself. I think you want that fight up there when Roche is, or the tower there when Roche is responding, even if the enemy's just gonna like run it and take it. It is very valuable to be able to TP in.
Lane, they're not gonna find the Death Prophet. Does have the BKB available, deciding not to use it as Bristleback goes in right away. They're going to try and do what they can. Ulu going for the damage drain onto the Razor, doing a lot of work. But he pops the Refresher, and Ulu, I don't know, can he actually bring down the Razor? No, he cannot. A huge crit from the TA. The Golem comes down as well. They are just getting absolutely destroyed by the Fatal Bonds here as Ame just clicks them down one after the other. Just down to a sliver of HP, but there it is. The aggressive blink onto the high ground. Triple kill for TA, a 5-0 as PSG LGD. I think they're just going to end the game. I think this is it. They got nothing left in the tank on Aries. You are right onto the high ground. There it is. GG. It's done.
It's not just the game that's done, unfortunately. It looks like Aster Aries is going to be done here as well. End up losing both their series. The main Snare, I mean, maybe he could break it down better for us. He was here to witness both these defeats. My man, was it heartbreaking?